Aoocci BX, it's a Sat Nav, isn't it? Well, it is. It can also play music. It's also got blind spot detection. It's also got sentry mode. It's also got a front and rear facing camera. If you want to learn more about this device, stick around. Okay, so I could walk you around most of the features of the Aoocci BX off the bike, but I really want to show you it in action. So at its simplest form, it's a Sat Nav. So this has got Android Auto on it. It's full compatibility obviously with your phone, links up, and it does drain the battery quite heavily, obviously using Google Maps, which is why I've got my my charging port installed, and this has been faultless. I sung the praises of the Tripper navigation, and although I do still maintain that that's a great device, especially on a bike at this price point, and it will, generally speaking, get you in the vicinity of where you need to go, if you're in a busy city, it's quite difficult to read. For more kind of complex routes, especially in towns and cities, something with Google Map integration is gonna, beat the Tripper hands down. But lots and lots of devices do that. So why should you buy the Aoocci? Why is this special over everything else? Well, like I alluded to in the introduction, there are so many features on this, and I'm going to show you a few of them now. So it has got a full front-facing and full rear-facing camera. So I've got a little control panel on the left-hand side. Hopefully you can see that. So if I press the home button, you can see we've got a camera, and that is recording everything behind me. I press this button here, it's going to flip to the display, press it again, and there we go, we've got the front facing camera now. So if you're involved in an accident, this is going to be crucial in fighting your cause, and I know from personal experience, not on a bike, thank the Lord, but from a car, how excruciating that can be. It took me best part of 2 years to go through court. I was the victim, and it went 50-50. At least with this, you've got some backup, and it's really, really important. The other reason it's got the camera on it, and one of the other great benefits of this, is it's also got blind spot detection. So what will happen is, if a car comes up very close behind you, or overtakes you on your... We've got an airport here. No idea where we are. Where are we? Humberside Airport. Apologies, this is meant to be a review, but I've got distracted. That will surprise regular viewers. Anyway, so if you've got a car directly behind you, or if you're on a... It's better to demonstrate this on like a dual carriageway or a motorway, really. But if you've got a car directly behind you, or trying to overtake you, it will flash up that that vehicle is there or is too close. Prime example of where the Aoocci BX comes in, and that Muppet has been following me for the last mile and a bit now, and it kept flashing when he got up my backside. You just saw it flash there again when he went past. So yeah, if you don't know there's an idiot behind you, this little thing will soon tell you. That feature works really well. I just tested it on a dual carriageway a little while ago, and as soon as the vehicle was out of the view of my mirror, blind spot detection started flashing, and that works an absolute treat. So not only does it flash, giving you like a visual representation, also makes a beeping noise. I don't know if you can hear it. You will now because we've slowed down. There we go, so absolutely perfect. It isn't super intrusive, so if a car's too far back, it isn't, the radar isn't super sensitive. It needs to be fairly close to you, but it does an excellent job of doing that. And I believe you can have a bit of a play around in the settings. So if that little beeping noise gets too much for you, you can turn it off and simply have the flashing, which I'll be honest, is more than enough. Okay, so I'm nearly home. I just thought I'd have a play around with the settings. I'm stuck at this level crossing. So if you could just go to radar settings, you can actually turn the buzzer off for this. If it does get a little bit annoying, especially if you're riding in town, just turn it off. And yeah, you're good to go again. So it's a great feature of the device. And like I said, I've been testing this out for not well over a week, that's a complete lie. I've been testing this out for 5 days now. and it hasn't steered me wrong. It's been absolutely fantastic. Now, the added benefit of the cameras, not only from a safety point of view, is also if you want to film your riding. So if you don't want to fork out for an Insta360 like I'm filming on now, you can use that front and rear facing cameras to, you know, to film your journeys. Really, really good for that. I haven't played around with it too much. I'm going to film some Green Lane content at some point and use the front and rear facing cameras. What you can actually do is you can download the clips onto your mobile phone, and then you can just watch them at your own leisure at home on your laptop, or you can upload them to YouTube if you're doing something a little bit like I'm doing. So that's a fantastic benefit of this product. You're getting a sat nav, you're getting safety features, and essentially you're getting not an Insta360, but you're getting kind of an equivalent for free. And this screen is really, really clear. It's 5.5 inches in length, which is plenty. I'm going to be honest, when Aoocci reached out to me about testing this device, I was a little bit skeptical because I didn't think it was going to fit in with the bike. But actually, it looks really, really good, and I think it suits the bike really well. Now, from my point of view, I'm not going to be using this device every single time I go on the bike. I'm going to be using it when I go on long trips, and I'm going to be using it when I'm green laning, just to record a little bit of a different perspective with the cameras. But it's not something for me that's going to be on the bike all the time. And the great feature about this that you didn't get with earlier models is it's got a quick release mechanism. I'll hop off the bike now and show you. Now, in terms of actually removing the device from the bike, it's a little bit difficult to film. I can't really get a good angle of it, but basically all you need to do is unscrew this, which takes all of 10 seconds, and push this little red clip in here, lift the device up and out, and it's disconnected from the bike. So super simple. There we have the display itself. Obviously you can see a little bit of me in the background. You will just kind of have to take my word for it a little bit, but this is a crystal clear display, and I'm super impressed with it. So if we just go round to the front of the bike to show you where I've installed the front facing camera. So just there, just below the headlight, and then move around to the back, I'll show you the blind spot detector and the rear facing camera. So rear facing camera there, just below the tail light, and that is the blind spot detector just there. So overall, I'm super impressed with all of the hardware on this bike, and hopefully that little quick glimpse reassures you that that display is very good quality indeed. Okay, so is there anything I don't like about the device? No, not really. There's a couple of tiny little things, and they are super nitpicky. I am a great fan of the quick release mechanism on this device. If I'm going on a tour, the last thing I want to be doing is using a screwdriver to take this on and off the bike all of the time. The downside of that means it is a little bit easier to steal. So from a practical point of view, if you're watching this, I would love if you could put a little carry case in here, so when we are taking it off the bike, put it in our tank bag or whatever we're using, it's that little bit safer and we're not going to scratch the screen on it. And the other small thing is even more nitpicky. If I just take you round to the back of the bike, you can see there we have got a radar for our blind spot detection. There's those little grey lines on it that I'm not a huge fan of. If you just blacked that out, just black all over, make it a little bit more stealthy, I just think it'd look that little bit better. But that is literally it. So after spending over 600 miles with the Aoocci BX, I think I'm pretty well placed to give a verdict on it. I think it's a fantastic product at a great price point as well. It's very cool, it's a sat nav, but the Aoocci BX is so much more than that. Because it's got Android Auto on it, if you're somebody that wants to listen to music while you're riding, you can do that. It's got blind spot detection, which is, yeah, it's so good. I've never seen that on a device like this before. And from a safety point of view, yeah, you really can't go wrong. As well, from a safety point of view, you've got both the front and a rear facing camera on this device. Now, being bikers, let's be honest, people don't look out for us. So if you've got a bit of dispute with the insurance claim, this could come in extremely handy. And for me personally, uploading to YouTube, it's fantastic. If you want to record your own rides, just watch them back later at home, you can do that without the need to fork out for an Insta360 or a GoPro, both of which are great, by the way. But this comes with the Aoocci. You've got the quick release mechanism on there, which is great, and I think it's at a great price point. And if you use my code down in the description, you're even going to get even more money off. So yeah, I'm really fond of this, and any trip that I do on this bike in the future, this is definitely going to be coming with me. But
I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. As always, thank you all so very much for watching. Take care, ride safe, and until the next time, goodbye.